Black rhinos, grazing calmly and contently, living happily on their savanna. Back in 1970, the black rhino population flourished, and the world had more than 70,000 black rhinos. But in the span of 35 years, the rhino population decreased by 98% and is now in critical endangerment. How did this happen? The continuous illegal poaching for rhino horns. Since 2007, there's been a 9,300% increase in poaching, and it's all to do with the sheer demand. The main motivating factor for poaching is money. According to Dr. Chao of the WWF, the poaching industry in South Africa is worth nearly $20 billion. A kilogram of rhino horn is worth over $50,000, almost 3 years' worth of salary for the average South African. Coupled with the current lack of law enforcement in South Africa, motivations for poaching run high. Poaching rhinos does not just threaten them with extinction. Rhinos are an umbrella species, meaning changes to them cascade changes throughout the entire ecosystem. An example of a species directly impacted by the removal of rhinos is the antelope. Rhinos have been called Savannah's selective lawnmower because of their selective grazing habits, which leave room for other species of grass to grow, and leaving the savanna with a larger variety of edible plants for a wider range of animals. For smaller grazing animals like the antelope, who only grazes on short grass, this is crucial for their survival, because as rhinos graze on tall grass species, this creates room and vacancy for short grass species to thrive. Studies show that in areas with the fewest rhinos, there was 80% less short grass available for antelopes to graze on, presenting challenges for the species' survival as they struggle to find food. Rhinos similarly impact zebras. Zebras tend to feed on leafy plants, but woody plants tend to dominate the savanna and block the zebras from reaching their leafy plants. Conveniently, rhinos consume woody plants. Without rhinos, zebras would just struggle to reach their food. Poaching doesn't just impact the rhino, it impacts the entire ecosystem. Moreover, if those smaller herbivores die out, the biodiversity and biomass of the African savanna will decrease. Biomass are the main contributors to what makes the African savanna such an efficient carbon sink. A carbon sink helps to protect the Earth from global warming by retaining some carbon to prevent it from re-entering the atmosphere. But if the biodiversity of the savanna decreases, the efficacy of the carbon sink will dwindle. So, what are some possible solutions? The best proposed solution at the moment is the real-time poaching alert system that has been implemented in some locations, such as the Port-Limd Wild Animal Park. The system consists of 4 parts. First, an electronic tag is injected into a rhino to monitor its physiology. Then, if an anomaly is present, the tag will send out its location via GPS. Third, a response team will be dispatched immediately. And fourth, as the team approaches, a camera embedded into the rhino horde provides security footage for future prosecutions. The system effectively addresses the problem in 2 ways. First, increasing the time efficiency of the response. With the tags monitoring physiology and implementation of GPS, response time can be lowered to 7 minutes. Secondly, it decreases poaching motivation, as the chances of getting caught are much higher. With the ineffective security systems at present, the chance of getting caught is slim and the chance of making a big buck is high. But with this new system, the chance of getting caught is high and the chance of making a big buck is slim, serving as a deterrent for poaching. Despite the many strengths of the system, many limitations are present as well. The technology at present is not perfect. There are still safety concerns in regards to injecting trackers into the rhino. In order to place the tracker in the rhino, the injection of tranquilizers is needed first. During this process, the slightest miscalculation of location could kill the rhino or cause permanent blindness. Second, the system is dependent on the goodwill of the people on guard. While technology can serve its purpose and send warnings, the rangers need to respond. If they choose to turn the blind eye, it won't matter how developed the technology is. The technology cannot resolve the corruption that currently plagues the South African reservations. Despite these limitations, this system is worth implementing. Though there's no guarantee of replacing an end to poaching, it can, at the very least, slow it down, buying time for us to stop the demand for rhino horns. In the long run, the only way to really stop poachers is to end the demand for rhino horns, to stop looking at rhino horn as a status symbol or as a medicinal miracle, and to understand it is just the product of murder. So please, join us by rejecting the fetish of rhinos and spreading this message that illegal poaching must stop.